All right, what's up, y'all? This is Mike with Mad Mike's Customs right here working on this 2014 Dodge Ram 1500. For some reason on the OBD scanner, it calls it a ST. If anybody knows anything about this, please leave a comment. Please, you know what I'm saying? It would help me understand a little more, all you Dodge guys out there. I know I'm a big Dodge guy, Mopar guy myself, but, you know, the truck doesn't indicate ST anywhere on it, and the scanner brought it up. And for me personally, I don't like that, you know what I mean? So it just says 4x4. So yeah, if anybody knows anything about it, let me know. Today it came in for cylinder misfire P300, multiple cylinder misfire, and a cylinder 5 P305 code. Basically, they changed out the coil in the back. Apparently that's cylinder 5. It has a stuck open fuel injector, which would involve taking off the fuel rail. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as of right now, the intake gaskets were leaking, throttle body gaskets were leaking, multiple cylinder misfires. So not only did the cylinder 5 spark plug have to be changed, there's 3 on each side. The intake needed to come off. So the intake came off. There was this car is from the country, so I guess there's like field mice or something of the nature out like towards the location of where this truck is, and they got into like the filter, ate it up, and basically that stuff fell on the valve cover. So what I did was, and you should always do, is get the air compressor. Make sure I put duct tape, and I put the throttle body on top and the duct tape on the back, and put all the weight of all the coils on top of that. And we just blew everything off, whatever. Well, actually the coils weren't out at the time, and the throttle body was still on, off, just set to the side. What we did was we pulled the intake off, right? Let me reframe. We took the intake off, had to get to the intake, got to take throttle body off. Take throttle body off. The reason being for that is there's a bracket. There's 2 bolts that go right there, those 2 bolts. And then there's 2 bolts on the side of the intake. You take the bracket, pull it and slide it. And then basically you can lift the intake out. 2 10 mils on the back where that bracket is as well. I'll iterate it on the intake in a second. But what we did was the coils were still plugged in. We took compressed air and blew off the valve covers completely, just all around it, 360 on all coils. Once we blew the air, then we took the coils off. Spark plugs are still inside. We pulled this spark plug out on the closest one, and we noticed that the valve cover was leaking. The spark plug was full of oil. So we stopped where we were. I got to go get the other spark plug still and put it back inside. But basically, it needs a valve cover. How do you do a valve cover? These 2 sensors are magnetic sensors. They're directional. They just go in the way they are. You see how they're forward facing to the right? So at the 3 o'clock position is where these sensors will be installed. Don't put them this way. Don't put them that way. They go in like this, 3 o'clock position. Take these 2 sensors off. There's a cam position sensor in the back. You take that off. This line right here is going to be for the PVC line. There was oil in the intake. Both PVCs need to be changed, but as of right now, it wasn't bad enough to be like, let's just change it. The car's got miles on it. It's not a brand new car, so you don't have to stress it when you see oil. You just clean it. You know what I mean? You got 30, 40, 50,000 miles on it, and PVCs are doing their job. They got a little oil in there. It's fine. You can take care of it by cleaning it out. It's not a problem. Clean your throttle body with throttle body cleaner, parts cleaner. It's not a problem. Clean the intake, parts cleaner, throttle body cleaner. It's not a problem. So we're going to solve a lot of issues by changing the right gaskets. Intake gaskets, we changed out. The Plenum gaskets, the middle one, we changed it out with the blue ones. The blue ones are going to be for the better seal. These are going to be the parts for valve cover gaskets. So these are valve cover gaskets. There's your part number. From my knowledge, these are O'Reilly parts. So these came from O'Reilly's. Sorry for the video, y'all. I got one hand with a tablet and it's heavy. Here are my brackets. This bracket does need to come off. This bracket, right, goes like this and screws on here. And what it does is this holds the bracket. This bracket goes here. And this bracket, right, you see? It basically holds the harness. There's a harness plug. That big harness plug right there, the gray one. And then you got this clip right here. And like I said, I was going to iterate this for you guys so that people don't get stuck and be like, well, why didn't you tell us? Well, I'm telling you. Right here where the throttle body goes, there's 2 bolts, right? Those are the 2 front ones. These are the 2 back ones. Right? They're really hard to get. They're behind the brake booster. So take your time, use a 1/4 ratchet with a small headed 10 mil. I got shorty 10 mils, like a custom size one. So everybody's gonna be working different with different tools. This bracket hooks up here onto these bolts right there. So as you can see, the 2 holes, right? And then these are the holes for the front that I was showing you guys. Just for anyone that said I didn't show you, right there, I showed you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 bolts. Don't forget the one in the back. If you don't get the one in the back and you yank on it and it comes out, you crack the back and you're gonna have to replace the whole intake. Don't forget the front one, because you'll crack the front and then you gotta replace the whole intake. For your PVC lines, this is one of them. That's the other one here on the back. Don't forget them. Be careful. Take your time. On this intake cover, I look like a fool because I didn't research it. But this right here clips in. You clip it in. It docks down from the back side. So the part facing the fender, that side goes down. It has clips. It has a clip that goes here. It has clips that go all here on the back side. 1, 2. So right here, where these holes are, they grip into the teeth. So you'll put it nose down. The part facing the engine down and hook and set flat. So that's how that goes. This thing, this devilish thing, don't yank on it. It's fucking one solid piece. So it's already cracked. But yeah, it's a solid unit. I looked it up online. I had to like really look it up to figure it out. I'm sure there's a way to get it off, but obviously we couldn't get it off. But yeah, so there's the air temperature sensor. And then here's the other vacuum line for the right valve cover, for the PVC line. My bad, this must have just been some other vacuum line on this side. But that's the PVC one because it's a big one. This is a whole unit. It has plastic tabs, nubs in the back. So just be careful for that. Obviously don't scratch the top of it. But yeah, these two, has 2 of them in the back. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so it's got one flathead that will remove from the throttle body. So take your time, be careful. This isn't a valve cover video. This is everything to get to the valve cover. If you guys want to see that video, stay tuned. That's coming next. We're working on it right now. It's Michael with Mad Mike's Custom. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think. I'm still confused about why I said ST. But that's a 1500 Dodge Ram 2014. All right, y'all, and with 4x4. Peace.